All right, hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Neil, and today we're going to do an exterior walk around of my 2023 Panoramic. So here she is. It's just been raining here. It's parked just in front of my house, but it's good enough to do a walk around. Starting from the front, we see I got the all black, matte black package, so they blacked out the grille. The all matte black package also includes the Rhino Sequoia aluminum wheels, as well as the BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, which you can see here. And then it also includes, as we go around to the back, the blacked out package includes the blacked out Panoramic. This is actually metal, unlike some other brands which just put plastic on there. I think like Pleasureway only puts plastic on there. That's actually metal. Starting back from the front again, even though this is the 2022 ProMaster, which means it has the upgraded 9-speed transmission, the electric steering, and all the new dash on the inside, the front design is the old design. So you have the old headlights, you have the old front bumper design. There are a bunch of sensors on the front here. So up top here, it's a lot of reflection, sorry, but you can see that's the camera on the mirror. It's really hard to see, sorry about that. And there's another sensor up there, I think for the auto dimming headlights, as well as the auto windshield wiper. It looks for rain sensor up there. And then there's another little tiny sensor I noticed right down here. And I think this sensor down here is to check to see if the windows are fogged up or not. I'm not quite sure. And then you have your front camera sensor right here. And that's useful for your 360-degree all-around view when you're parking. And then you've got your parking sensors here. I didn't have parking sensors on my Sprinter, and I really like having the combination of the parking sensors along with the 360-degree view. Now the new Sprinter does have that, but I'm just pointing out that the new upgraded 2022 chassis from ProMaster they've really upped the game when it comes to all the safety features. All right, let's move around. Up top there you have running lights. And I gotta say, I didn't have those again on my Sprinter, and I really appreciate having them. We had some really heavy fog that we were driving through, and it was reassuring to know we had that extra bit of visibility on the front and back of the van. Moving around to the passenger side, it's pretty clean, right? I mean, you don't have a lot of stuff over here. It's all black on black. Up top here, this is the Thule Awning. And you extend that from controls inside the cabin. I'm not going to extend them right now. It is a leg, it does use legs, so just be aware, it's not a legless awning. It does use legs. It is a higher, I think it's a more expensive and higher end component than ones that I had on my Pleasureway. It's also black, so it matches. These windows are the same ones that they use on Pleasureways. These are the C.R. Lawrence automotive glass windows. Oh, it's focusing on my house instead of, there we go. C.R. Lawrence automotive glass windows. I highly recommend those windows versus, on some of these vans, you see they just put like an insert in, and they're either plastic windows and they're really small, but these are the full largest windows you can get on a van like this. So I highly recommend you get those. This is the 2022 ProMaster finally added keyless entry, so you can lock and unlock the van on all the doors, sliding door and the rear door as well. On the 2022 ProMaster, these are the side cameras integrated into the mirror. Again, just like the new Mercedes chassis has. The mirrors are electronically folded. I have them in right now. But a useful feature on the mirrors as well is that both the top and the bottom are electronically controlled from the driver's side. I think on the Mercedes, just the top, you have to manually adjust the bottom, but someone who has a newer Mercedes, let me know. I find it convenient to be able to control the top and bottom electronically. Also, these are fully heated as well. This is the Thule step that I have extended out here. I had this on my, I didn't have the Thule, but I had an electronic extended step on my Roadmaster. On my Pleasureway Ascent, they don't have this. They have the kind of the 6-8 inch built-in fiberglass running board, and I never liked that fiberglass running board. I was always dinging it and hitting it on curbs and stuff like that. For me, it's with a van this size, it's already a challenge to parallel park, although I've gotten really adept at it, and it's convenient for me to be able to just not have that, you know, retract the step. By the way, the step retracts automatically as soon as you start the engine. That has been a helpful feature because a lot of times I forget to retract the step. You don't obviously want to go driving with it out, so it retracts it. But you can see when the step is retracted, the sides of the van are pretty much aligned, and also the guidelines when you go into your 360-degree view when you're parking, the guidelines that Ram puts on for you are calibrated for this. Nothing extra, no extra upfitter stuff sticking out the sides. They're calibrated for the van as you see it here. So for me, having this, and Thule's an upgraded component as well, so I'm hopeful. I had problems with the non-Thule electronic step that was on my Road Trek, so I'm hoping that the Thule component and the way that Panoramic installed it is going to be higher quality and last longer. Moving along the back here, so these are all windows along the back. Hence the name Panoramic, but it gives you a lot of visibility when you're inside. This window back here, which is where your head normally goes, this one pops open, okay? And this one does not. I believe this one does not because it is close to when the rear doors can swing open. I'm not quite sure why that is. The sliding door though only comes to here, so it will never hit the awning type windows. So these windows open out like this. This is a AC outlet out here in case you want to hook whatever you want to hook up out here. This is hooked up to the inverter system. Okay, so whenever you have the 3,000 watt inverter on, all the outlets in the van turn on. You never have to worry about which one or which outlets are activated. They're all activated. Down below here, this is your outside shower. I like the way it's discreetly put down here, kind of on this plastic piece. It looks more integrated. It's not up high on the metal here, so to me it looks less conspicuous. Don't know if it's important to you guys, but this is, so there's a handle. I also appreciate, on my Pleasureway, they didn't have a built-in place to actually recess the handle in. They do on the Panoramic, and it's hot and cold running. Some people that's important, some people that's not important. I like having it. I've used the hot water outside, and because this is connected up to the Truma Combi hot water heater, whenever you're driving, the Truma Combi is circulating glycol from the engine to the Truma Combi water heater. So even if you just arrive at your destination, you've got hot water. If you want it, you don't have to wait for the hot water heater to start. Down below here, this is your propane hookup, your quick connect. So if you want to have an outside grill or something. I have never used mine ever on, and I've had them on all three of my vans. I've never used them, but I suppose it's nice to have in case you ever want to use it. This is again the nice kind of subdued. I like the fact that Panoramic on the all black edition, it's not so loud. They don't have their Panoramic logo everywhere. All right, coming around to the back here. I got another car parked here, so I apologize. You've got your tow hitch here. I believe it's 7-way. Yep, there's another connector down there. Down here is your propane fill. See the yellow? That's your propane fill with the bleeder valve there to the left. This is an option. This is the Thule bike rack, which I did opt for. And it just swings out with the doors. So when you open the doors here, they swing out with the doors. All black again. I did not opt. There's an option up above for a rear light if you want to have it. I did not opt for that. It would be useful for if you're needing to load up the bikes at night. So maybe that's something you want to consider. There is a nice internal light here that comes on inside in the garage area when you open the door. So if you're just doing that and needing to unload and load stuff up at night, that light works plenty well. Also at the top, you have the new, that's the rear view camera there, the second one from the right. And then you don't really see it, but down below the red running light is the 360 camera. So you've got two cameras back here. And there's your set of red running lights. Again, just helps in visibility. And pretty clean back here as well. You do have the little bit of the panoramic RV down here below the license plate, but it's not too bad. And then you have the panoramic up here. I might opt to remove the panoramic RV down here. For me, it's a little bit much. I don't want to do too much advertising for any manufacturer just because I'm already paying so much for the RV, but at least it's not terribly conspicuous as you might find on some RVs. We'll take a look at the top when we go up there, but that's the new Truma Aventa air conditioner. Super quiet and can run off the batteries. And that right there is these are both options. I opted for the WeBoost 5G Wi-Fi booster or 5G cellular booster. I do think it helps actually. So, but I'm going to try it out. I'm going to do some tests later and we'll get back to you on that. Okay, let's go around to the driver's side. It's pretty clean again on the driver's side. All right, lots of automotive glass. Both of these windows open. This is a large bathroom window here. And this is the front lounge, and both of these windows open as well. Really not a lot going on here. Again, just some branding from the company. This is the Truma Combi hot water and coach heater here. That's the exhaust for it. Then you have a very tiny, inconspicuous service center here. This is also new for 2023, the service center light. To turn on the light, there's a little, let's go inside here, little switch right here. And then it turns on the service center light. On the service center, you have over here, this is just either your city water hookup or your freshwater fill. I'm doing a separate video showing how you use that. So if it's either way, you just hook up the hose here. And this has a convenient way that you can turn this instead of turning the hose itself to connect it. This is your standard. There's a little blue LED when you have power connected. And then this is just your standard cable connects in here, which comes with the RV, as well as an adapter to adapt it for standard 110, which I've used before. And then down below is your dump station. I opted to not get the macerator, but there's your black valve, there's your gray valve, there's your connector, also the sewer hose connector is right here. I don't know if you can see it right there, that circular thing right there. That's the sewer hose connector. And the sewer hose is just up inside there. It goes the length, you can pull it out. Okay, they moved it up, which is good. In 2023, it was hanging down a little bit lower. And you really do kind of want as much ground clearance back here as you can, just because it's a long van with a longer wheelbase, and you don't want any of that stuff to hit if you go in and out of a driveway or a filling station or something like that. I've never had a problem on this van. I did have a problem on my road trek, which was a couple feet longer, and I was constantly dragging the back end. So be aware of that. This, talk about ground clearance, this is your large. This is a 16-gallon, this thing right here. This is your 16-gallon black tank. And it's fairly large, and a little bit of a concern here is this clearance. That will determine your clearance if, on any roadway that you go, and that's not a lot of clearance. It maybe is 6 inches, so not a lot of clearance at all. So even though these are all-terrain tires, and I have taken this off the main road and I have gone down forest roads, this is going to be your limiting factor. And so I did not recommend taking the Panoramic really much off-road, simply because of that low clearance there. This is something I opted for, this orange thing. This is the black tank flush, so it connects up to the black tank. I've never had that before, and I really want to try it out, and I think it's going to be useful, because you connect up just a regular hose. Don't use your drinking water hose, obviously, but when you go to a campsite, they'll have, some of them will have a hose at the dump station, which is used for rinsing stuff out. You can hook that up, turn it on, and then it uses a stream of water, higher pressure, to kind of spray out the black tank. So we'll try that out and see how that works. This is your gas here. Now, unlike the Mercedes, and I wish ProMaster would have done this, this is not locking. So on the Mercedes, when you close this door, your main door, this has a lip underneath and it opens this way, and if this door is closed, you cannot open the fill for the gas, so it's a security thing. The disadvantage of that is you always have to have the driver's door open in order to open this door, but it does mean that you're probably going to want to get, in today's day and age, you're going to want to get a locking fuel filter cap here. I don't have one yet, but I'm exposed and I probably will get one. All right. And then again, here is your 360-degree camera here. Here are the controls, by the way, for the mirrors. So you can see here, this is to retract and extend, and this lets you control left upper mirror, left lower mirror, right upper mirror, right lower mirror electronically. All right. Middle section, just not controlling anything. And we're going to go through the cab and all the features and things like that, but this is a new thing. There used to be a parking brake right over here, right on the door side of the driver's seat. The parking brake was there, and it was a bit of a nuisance getting it out. I even had one user say that when they were getting out, their pant leg got caught on the end of it and tripped them up, and they fell down the footwell, which is pretty deep, and they were kind of hanging upside down. So gone is the parking brake, and now it's fully electronic here. You can set it by pulling and pushing, but it automatically sets itself whenever you put it in park and drive or reverse. It automatically engages and disengages there. This is your fog lights. You have fog lights and cornering lights. So again, I had that on my Mercedes and I liked it. So if you turn left or turn right, it turns on the edge appropriate cornering light, and it just lights up a little bit more so you can see. That's just new for ProMaster for this year, and it just, again, brings it on par with the Sprinter chassis. While we have this, let's just take a look. We have pretty good cargo carrying capacity. Here it is. Let's take a look really fast. It says, what does it say here? Oops, sorry. It says 4,166 pounds. So that's pretty good cargo carrying capacity. I'm sorry, that's not cargo. That's the fully combined cargo is 4,166. And I think this one is like 1,400 or 1,500 after the build out. I think that's how much it can take. Yeah. All right. And yeah, there we have it. Oh, you know what? let's just climb inside. I'm going to go through the pop-up sunroof, and we're going to just take a look at the roof. All right, we're going to climb through that for you guys. The stuff I do for you guys. All right, let's do this. So. There we go. Let's see if I can get up here. Ooh. A little bit messy here, but all right. Let's take a look at what do we have. All right, this is one of your, so I'm pretty much at the front of the van, okay? This is one of your two 160 watt solar panels. Okay, that is your Max X air fan. I like that fan because you can, is it focused? Good enough. You can have it open in the rain. Behind that is the other 165 watt. Let me get us a little higher here. Yeah. Solar panel. This little round jobber here. That is your Winegard TV / Wi-Fi antenna. That is your exit valve for your black tank, your vent. The Truma air conditioner is the big black thing right there. That one. That's the Aventa. And then that's your WeBoost antenna over there. When you install any WeBoost, you want to make sure the separation between the external antenna and the internal antenna is as far as possible. So the external antenna on the panoramic is over here, and then the internal antenna is mounted internally and is right about where, inside the van, but underneath where this sewer exit valve is. So it's about as far away as you can make it. So that's the top of the panoramic. Pretty clean. Sorry, it's got all the leaves and stuff on there. Okay, that concludes my exterior walk around of my 2023 panoramic. I hope it highlighted some of the new features of the 2023 model panoramic, as well as some of the new features of the 2022 ProMaster chassis. So far, I'm very happy with this RV. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comment section below. I try to answer all of them within the first 48 hours of a video release, and some of them, if they're really good, I feature them as YouTube shorts. So you'll get your question answered in a video and have your comment featured in a video. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks so much. Next week, we're going to be prepping for our trip to Sedona. So until then, have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.